Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more stories like this. She sent a text. Can't make it tonight. That was it. No explanation, no apology, no hesitation. I read it twice, then quietly set my phone down and murmured to myself, all right. No chasing, no pleading, no attempt to convince her otherwise. Life had already taught me that not every silence deserves an argument. Some are tests in disguise, and this one felt exactly like that. The evening unfolded in quiet. It could have felt lonely, but it didn't. I ordered dinner. Not her favorite dish. Not mine either. Just something simple and steady. A meal that reminded me I was enough, even if someone else chose not to show up. As I ate, my mind traced the subtle signs, the quiet patterns that creep into relationships long before they break. She had done this before, last-minute cancellations, vague excuses, expecting me to chase, worry, fix things for her. Each time, I learned the same lesson. Composure outweighs chaos. The world doesn't stop because someone refuses to commit to a moment, and neither do I. By 9 o'clock, the table was cleared, a glass of water in hand, and I sank into the couch. No resentment, no bitterness, just silent observation. Sometimes the deepest understanding comes from simply watching. She didn't realize it, but her absence that night was teaching her a lesson she wouldn't fully grasp until much later. I let her silence speak louder than anything I could have said. The next morning, her message arrived. Sorry, had a lot going on. I read it, nodded slightly, and replied calmly, I understand. Short, controlled. No anger, no explanation, just acknowledgement. She probably expected emotion, frustration, or disappointment. But I had long stopped fueling moments that didn't serve truth. Later that week, I stayed busy with work, errands, and quiet routines, the kind of life that grows steadily under radar, while others chase drama. Even through that calm, I noticed a shift. Her calls shortened, her replies slowed, her words became cautious. The rhythm between us had changed, subtly but unmistakably. She had tested a boundary I refused to bend. By Friday, she asked to meet. I agreed, not out of guilt or need, but because I understood the difference between reacting and truly being present. In our favorite little cafe, she tried to fill the air with jokes, apologies, stories meant to erase the past. I listened quietly, coffee in hand, steady as stone. Her words, intended to soften the moment, drifted by without impact. In the pauses between her sentences, the truth became clear. She expected me to chase, to crumble under disappointment. She hadn't expected calm. She hadn't expected strength. Sometimes the loudest response is no response at all. When the meeting ended, I stood. She reached for my hand, hesitant, uncertain, maybe hoping I'd pull her close and reward her with forgiveness. I smiled gently, nodded once, and said, Take care. No drama, no resentment, just peace that couldn't be shaken. Walking away, I felt the quiet clarity that only self-respect can bring. When you stop reacting to someone else's chaos and start honoring your own calm. That night, I ordered another simple dinner and enjoyed my own company. It wasn't loneliness. It was completeness. No triumph, no bitterness, only understanding. Some people teach not through words, but through what they choose not to do. Weeks passed. Her texts became less frequent, her apologies softer, her presence fading. She may have wondered if I was angry or if I had moved on too quickly. The truth? I had moved on long before. Moving on isn't pretending or forgetting. It's maintaining composure, protecting your peace, and letting others' choices reveal who they really are. Eventually, I stopped checking my phone, stopped replaying that night in my mind. Life went on, steady, calm, beautifully uneventful. My attention shifted toward people who matched my presence in moments that built, not drained. When her next message came, I didn't respond. And in that silence, everything became clear. The measure of a person isn't how loudly they demand attention, but how quietly they hold their own. She walked away from the moment. I walked toward myself. And that is one choice no one can ever take from you.